So, hello everyone. I welcome you all to yet another super interesting session. And in this today's session, we are going to understand Tata Motors DVR stock analysis and why does it make sense to bet on Tata Motors DVR today if someone is bullish on Tata Motors stock. So we are going to learn that today. We are going to understand that today in this today's session. So let me just explain what is DVR. So DVR का जो stock exchange पे trade कर रहा है, it is called as differential voting rights. There are a lot of people who won't be able to attend the AGMs. There will be a lot of people who will be not be able to cast their votes, and they don't care about all those things. They are only interested in the dividend and the profit of the company and the share price rise in the company. So for such people, what happens is companies issue separate equity, which is called as DVR, differential voting rights. And in these shares, what happens is they usually get a higher premium on the dividend which they are getting on the same stock. Like for example, Tata Motors, if it is giving a dividend yield of, let us say, I'm just saying the example. If Tata Motors main stock is giving a dividend of 5%, they might give additional 5% more dividend to Tata Motors DVR. This is what is the advantage of having a DVR. You won't get a right to cast the vote in the AGM and all, but you get to for that compromise of not casting that vote, you get a higher dividend, and that is what DVRs are meant for. So India had only two DVRs. First is Tata Motors DVR, and there is one more company which is called a Jain Irrigation, and Jain Irrigation also had a DVR. So there were only two companies in India which had issued DVR, and the first company which had issued DVR is Tata Motors. And usually in US, DVRs trade at a 5 to 10% discount to its the underlying asset, the Tata Motors, the original asset, the original ordinary share, which is the original share. So usually they trade at 5 to 10% discount. But India in that case is very unique. In India, Tata Motors DVR has traded at a discount of 20% during good times. Sometimes the discount has went to as high as 65 or 62%. So what it creates an opportunity for an investor to invest in these stocks when they are trading at a big discount. The same holding company logic can be applied here when we are investing in Tata Motors DVR, which I already explained. The video is already available on YouTube, how to benefit from the holding companies. You can go through that to understand how does it create an opportunity for an holding company, and we have seen it in multiple times. In the case of IDFC also, in the case of Ujjivan Financial Services also, both these cases I had put it on the Conviction Club, where we studied that case together. And when IDFC First Bank has just gone up 60%, IDFC has gone up more than 100%. In the same case for Ujjivan Financial Services, as against Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, which has just moved 60% or 70% from the lows, and Ujjivan Financial Services has moved up more than 130, 140%. So similar kind of a situation are we going to see in Tata Motors? We are going to see that. So let us move forward. So in order to be bullish on any DVR, you need to be first bullish, because you just cannot buy just because there is a discount. You just cannot buy just because there is a discount, because you need to be bullish on the company. Then and then only you should be bullish on DVR. So first and foremost, we must understand what are the points to be bullish on Tata Motors. So these are the points. Like margins have been continuously improving for Tata Motors. As we know, Tata Motors was a loss-making company until now. It was a loss-making company until now from long time. Just after they acquired Jaguar Land Rover from Ford, it has been continuously struggling. And for the past 10 years, it has continuously been struggling after that. Until 2016, still it was okay. But after 2016, the situation was bad. The company went into losses as high as 10,000 crore plus in the recent times. But if you see the current numbers, EBITDA margin has been improving for Tata Motors. If you even see Tata Motors passenger vehicles in India Earlier, they had a market share of just 8% in FY21. Currently, they are having a market share of 14%. And total revenues which comes from passenger vehicles for entire Tata Motor Group is 11%. 11% is the total revenue which comes from passenger vehicles. So that is growing in India. Domestic market share is on continuous rise since the recent models. If you have gone and checked the recent models, what they have launched, 5, 6, 7 models at once in past 3-4 years, they have been gaining the market share at the expense of market share of Maruti Suzuki. So this is going good for Tata Motors. Second, strong demand continues. So largest revenues which contributes for Tata Motors total results is Jaguar Land Rover. 65% of the profits for Tata Motors comes from Jaguar Land Rover. And if you see the order book here, Q3 FY23, the order book from compared to Q1 FY22, it is continuously on a rise, which is saying that the robust demand is there. So strong demand continues for Jaguar Land Rover. If you see EV, why a lot of people are liking Tata Motors, the reason for that is they are the pioneer in electric vehicle segment. Currently, they are having 85% market share in electric vehicle. Currently, they are having 85% market share in electrical vehicle, even in the charging infra and all. So it is a EV play also. Apart from that, the biggest benefit for Tata Motors will be China is expected to recover quickly from COVID-19 in Q4, because since in the Q4 of this year, lot of things will get good for China, and China is the biggest market for Tata for Jaguar Land Rover. So when that opens up, when that recovers quickly, that will be a big impact for Tata Motors in a positive way. And that is what they are expecting. If you look at new Range Rover and Range Rover Sport Edition production, that has been continuously increasing. That was not in the case of past. In past 5 years, they were pretty struggling with Jaguar Land Rover. And at some point of time, I also thought that Jaguar Land Rover लेने के बाद इन्होंने बहुत बड़ा गलती किया है. But they have turned it around, and Tatas are known for turnarounds. And they have turned it around, and Jaguar is now gaining that traction. Apart from that, if you look at the India markets, exciting new offerings at Auto Expo. If you just look at the models, each model, it is amazing the way they have implemented. They have brought in new models. They have gained the market share. This looks very promising in the near future. Now, one more thing which is going to be big positive for Tata Motors is Tata Motors joins hands with Government of India for supporting setting up a scrapping facility. And scrapping facility is going to be a big demand, especially for the trucks, buses, and all those, even the passenger vehicles across the vehicle segment. And they already set up a facility to recycle up to 35,000 vehicles a year. So I'm not just talking about this, more and more cars and trucks and all are will be passing the 15-year mark. It will add more to the demand. So from commercial vehicle angle, so Tata Motors is working on 3 cylinders now. This is firing on 3 cylinders. First cylinder is Jaguar Land Rover. Second is commercial vehicles. And third is passenger vehicles. In all these 3 cylinders, it is firing. And we are talking about Tata Motors today because all the cylinders are firing. And that is the reason why I'm bullish on Tata Motors. Apart from that, if you look at the recent research report, ICICI Securities has came up with a research report on January 26, 2023, and they are expecting a 50% rise in share price for Tata Motors. So they wrote this report when it was at 419. The report is available on the web. You can check that report. It is already on the web, and all the details. In fact, after in this video, I'll be also uploading that research report in the comment section. You can go through that and check. So ICICI Securities, and apart from that, there are many brokers who are now bullish after the turnaround numbers for Tata Motors. I'll be showing the turnaround numbers also. Just let me just show you the turnaround numbers which has came for Tata Motors. So turnaround numbers, if you just see December quarter, after a long time, they have clocked a operating profit margin of 12%, and they have clocked a profit of 3,000 crores. For trailing 12-month basis also, now they will turn profitable. After a long time, they have posted a profit. So they have shown the turnaround in the numbers in the December quarters. Now, this is the thing which I was talking about. So this is a chart, ratio chart on Tata Motors versus Tata Motors DVR versus Tata Motors. This is a ratio chart, and this ratio chart says that because the numerator is Tata Motors DVR and the denominator is Tata Motors, if the chart is low, which means Tata Motors DVR is underperforming the Tata Motors. But if you look at the if the chart is high, if the prices are high for this ratio, it means that Tata Motors DVR is outperforming the denominator. So that is when it will be higher. And I've posted a special video and it is available on school. You can go and check that. Ratio charts, the conviction builder. It is already available on the school. So right now, it is at that situation. If I just plot a support here, multiple times from this support only, Tata Motors DVR has started outperforming the Tata Motors. If you look at the past, and this also shows the discount also on Tata Motors DVR compared to Tata Motors. So in good times, it has traded at a ratio at, here is the chart which tells you that Tata Motors DVR, this is the chart of Tata Motors DVR divided by Tata Motors into 100, which gives us the percentage chart. So if we look at the percentage, currently it is trading at 50% discount. Currently it is trading at 50% discount. And on the worst side, when the stock is bearish, it will be trading at 65% discount, 65 or 55% discount. If it is 44, it will be 55% discount. During the good times, because during 2015, 2016, it was not a loss-making company. It was working at a discount at just 20%, 19%. So if you look at the range, on the bullish times, it is trading at 19% discount. And during bearish times, because Tata Motors has not, means DVRs have not become popular in India, and because of which it creates a market anomaly. When during the bad times, most of the people hates DVRs and they dump like anything. Usually when the discount should be in the range of 10 to 20%, but especially in India, when a lot of people don't know the importance of DVR, they dump it like anything. But beyond a point, there is a value beyond which it cannot go. What is that value? This is the line, 55% discount. Going beyond 55% discount, it is very difficult. And this is a 12-year or 13-year history. If you check that, this is only during COVID time when it went more than that. But on the worst of the worst condition also, it goes as the discount goes as high as only 55%. So we are nearing that lower range. And if you believe in mean reversion, once again, the oscillator, if you take this as an oscillation, once again, Tata Motors DVR will be trading at just a discount of 20%. What does this mean? Is, let us say, if currently Tata Motors stock, as per these assumptions, I'm not even talking about my assumptions. Let us talk about the assumptions of ICICI Securities. What they are assuming, what they are expecting is 608 rupees target, which means a stock is going to go up 50% within few years. Let us say if it takes 1 year or 2 years, as per ICICI's reports itself, if the stock goes up 50%, so it will be trading at around 620 and 630. Let us say if share price is trading at 620, as per the normal discount which happens in globe, it should have been trading at 570 rupees. It should have been trading at 570 rupees or 580 rupees. But as per Indian standards also, let us say in the history it has gone, the discount has narrowed down to as low as 19%, let us say 20%. In that case also, 620 divided by 1.20, it should be trading at 516 when the Tata Motors will be trading at 608 rupees. So if Tata Motors goes up by 50%, Tata Motors DVR, which is now trading at 220 rupees, it will move more than 50%, because as per our calculation, at 20% discount also, the number comes at 520 rupees, which means if Tata Motors goes up by 50%, Tata Motors DVR will go up by 85-90%. And we have seen that multiple cases. In case of IDFC and Ujjivan Financial Services. I had shared these two case studies earlier about talking about holding company discount. In this case, it is not a holding company discount, but a discount created by a market anomaly. And if we are able to catch that opportunity, it will be like Tata Motors DVR, the Dravid on the downside, because the discount cannot narrow down much. And if you are bullish on Tata Motors, it makes sense to bet on Tata Motors DVR, because on the downside it is like Dravid, on the upside it is like Sehwag, because on the downside the discount might go 5% or 10% more, but on the upside we are seeing that discount narrowing by 3 times than what it can go down. So there is a high risk reward, there is a good risk reward in Tata Motors DVR than Tata Motors, and that we have seen that in multiple cases earlier with IDFC also. So when I was bullish on IDFC First Bank, I said that it is good to own IDFC than owning IDFC First Bank. If you look at the IDFC chart from the lows, if I take these lows from 42 rupees, it is now trading at 92 rupees, which is 110%. And IDFC First Bank, which it is just up 97%, and still their journey is remaining, because still that expansion is going to happen. Right now what we have seen is there is much more discount which is going to be exploited in the near future. But if you see the lows against IDFC and IDFC First Bank, IDFC has given more return than IDFC First Bank, because this low wasn't able to nobody would have been able to capture that. But even if you look at from these lows, IDFC First has went up 70% and IDFC has went up 110%. Let us take the case of Ujjivan Financial Services. So Ujjivan Financial Services is up, at high it was up 190% against, see here, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, same case. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank is up 115%, but Ujjivan Financial Services, the holding company, which was trading at a 45% discount, it is up 190%. So this proves our thesis on betting on something which has a big discount. Both the cases I had discussed this, like for example, I discussed this one case with you about Ujjivan Financial Services on July 23rd, 2022. Ujjivan Financial Services is a special situation, same like IDFC, which is playing out well, clean margin of safety in valuations, reverse merger is already approved. Ujjivan Financial, which is trading at 45% discount, holding company, same like IDFC Limited, this discount will narrow down as the reverse merger nears. If Ujjivan Small Finance Bank goes down because of its micro lending disability, there will be still enough margin of safety for the shareholders of Ujjivan Financial Services. After all, it is a heads I win big, tails I don't lose kind of situation. Even in the worst case of IDFC, share didn't go down to the extent IDFC First went down. At both one time trading at same price. Now IDFC First Bank is at 35 and IDFC is at 54 plus. At that point of time it was trading at this. This happened because of margin of safety in valuations of IDFC Limited. Similar thing will play out in Ujjivan Financial Services, and this, since this post in July 2023, stock is up more than 120% of Ujjivan Financial Services with ultra safety. What is more important? Ultra safety, because beyond a point that the discount will not go much, but on the upside the discount will narrow down and giving us the big returns in Tata Motors DVR compared to Tata Motors. So I don't understand banking and financial services business, and it is the most risky business. The best way to play such case is by owning a holding company which is nearing the new reverse merger. So same case here in the case of Tata Motors. If I am bullish on Tata Motors, it makes sense to bet on Tata Motors DVR as the discount narrows. If Tata Motors goes up by 50%, there is a high possibility that Tata Motors DVR might go up by 80 to 90%. On the downside, if Tata Motors DVR will fall by 1% or 10%, there is a high chance that Tata Motors DVR will fall by less than 10%. So it is like Dravid on the downside and Sehwag on the upside. Hope you have understood this case. I have placed my case here. Tata Motors DVR, if someone is bullish on Tata Motors Limited, it is like Dravid on the downside and Sehwag on the upside because of the discount at which it is trading at. So all these points are very interesting to see about Tata Motors DVR. So if you are bullish on Tata Motors, you must study this case of Tata Motors DVR in deep, so that you can create significant alpha. We as a market participant, what we must ensure that whenever we are in markets, we should not expect that when the markets are falling that my stock should not fall. We should, what should be our expectation? If market is falling, my stock or portfolio should be falling lesser than the markets, and when it is going up, it should rise faster than the markets. And with such bets in our portfolio, we will be able to do that at its best. So having such opportunities is very much important in your long term journey. It is not about see, this opportunities gives you ultra safety. Safety is must. It is not that टाटा मोटर्स डीवीआर पे इसलिए बुलिश हो जाए कि आपको बड़ा अपसाइड दिख रहा है. I am bullish on Tata Motors DVR. The reason for that is downside is capped well in Tata Motors DVR compared to Tata Motors. And that is the reason why I'm bullish on Tata Motors DVR. And hope you understood this concept. If there are questions, I'm open for the questions.